We are on your side and answering the call, and today we are joined in studio by Sergeant George Shaw with the Greenwood Police Department. Sergeant, thanks a lot for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Yes, it is our pleasure. We always love having law enforcement in during this segment, and this is an important, interesting one. I like this, and your department is revitalizing its volunteer and reserve police officer programs. This just sounds neat. So first off, tell us what this is all about.
Well, what it boils down to is we are always needing help. We have things that take place. A lot of times we need someone to help direct traffic. We are a small department. We have 10 full-time active officers. And so whenever we have an incident where, say, we have the interstate shut down, which happens fairly often, unfortunately more here lately than it used to.
Sure.
We have other incidents where we need help in law enforcement. If we're able to get someone that is a volunteer to come in, they can relieve the full-time officers so that they can continue to answer calls.
Okay, well that makes sense. Sounds pretty easy. Now I know folks watching right now are probably thinking, I would like to kind of get into law enforcement, see what it's all about, but I don't want to get shot at. Talk about that in ways that people can, obviously there's some training that goes into this.
Yes, we have auxiliary officers that don't have arrest powers, and that's what a lot of people get started doing. They come in and they're there to help us directing traffic or working in the office, doing administrative duties, things of that nature. And so that's a good way for a lot of people to get involved. There is some training with that. Also, they have to go through an application and background check, but it's not difficult, and it can be a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. I think it would be. With the few ride-alongs that I've done in my TV career, it's fascinating to see what the men and women of law enforcement deal with on a daily basis. Kind of sad in some regards, but the community involvement's great. I digress. Who are you looking for?
We're looking for anyone that is wanting to volunteer their time, that has always wanted to help. Perhaps they're someone that has always wanted to be able to do more, to give more, to help the community out. And so we're looking for really male, female. They do have to be above 21, and they don't have to be post-certified. If they are post-certified, then they can come in as a reserve officer. But if they're not post-certified, that's fine. We're not going to make them go through a full-blown police academy.
Sure.
We do have a little bit of training that they will go through, because we're not just going to throw them out there to the wolves and say, good luck. But really, all you got to do is contact us and fill out an application, and we'll get you started.
Fantastic. Just reach out to Greenwood Police for that?
Absolutely. They can call 938-5554 and speak with Miss Ashley or any of the officers or any of the supervisors there, and we can get them hooked up with an application and get them started.
Fantastic. And they're going to put you to work too. Sergeant Shaw telling me right before the segment that they make 300 arrests a year. So they could certainly use the help. Well, Sergeant, thank you so much for being here with us today. Very enlightening, and I think this is going to be a unique opportunity for some community members there.
I do too.
All righty. Well, thank you again, sir. And if you happen to have a question for this segment, or even the Sergeant there, you could just email us to answeringthecall@ktbs.com and include a portion of your question there in the subject headlines, and watch every Tuesday as we get those answers for you. And we'll be right back with more news and weather right here on KTBS.